Okay, I'm just going to go into this because someone sent me a couple of reports that I would like to see. I'm told they are unusual. So, before we get started with Darkseal and taking a look at all of that, I'm going to take a look at these battle reports that Zola from Dev B in Region 43 decided to look at for us. So, let's take a look. So it looks like we have a rally on a metro with a solid defense. Went the purple rally routes. There's your first mistake. Running carry as the rally lead is not a good idea. If I remember correctly, and I don't have him, that's why. Yes, you have the siege tree, yes, you have the range squad tree, but there are commanders that have the skill tree that does so much better. And considering ranged teams focus primarily on skill damage, that definitely is going to hurt. Oh, there's a mistake. They're staying in range. No, that's... Eddie doesn't have an AoE. What are you getting hit by? Combat log. Are they hitting... Oh, you hit him during his shield. Basic attack. Yep, 0 troops because it was on a shield and took damage and realized that was a mistake. But it looks like this is all going to be a continuation of that. Then on the... Is it the same rally? 54 to 43? No. Yeah. So different rally here. 3 million to 7 million. They didn't let this one last as long. This was only a little under 15 minutes. Right at about 15 minutes. And realized that they weren't going to take it this time around, and still 2-to-1 trades. Here we've got a 1-minute rally that also was not doing well. See, God W got scared after that first one. They made one person made a mistake in their rally and ruined the morale of the rest of the fight, because there's no real simple way to overcome a 2 to 3 troop size matchup. There's not. You're gonna have to take losses in the beginning. It's how you mitigate that at the end of the fight that matters. If you can control the field and keep them from reinforcing, keep it down below 2 million, you can get the rally back in your favor. But in the beginning, no, you'll lose it. And they did the same thing. Oh my god. Oh. God. That's just gross. That is just gross. So, kudos to... Well, let's see. Let's just make sure we got there. Kudos to Landshark's infantry. Fucking awesome. Love the armaments from this thing. It's not a lot, but it's enough to get the job done. Love the equipment. Went with the backpack full send. Can't complain there. Went with HP. No, sorry. The white is upgraded. Just one moment, please. Bye. Okay. Sorry about that. I had some gifts over today. But, let's see. Love the white parts, love the red equipment, full setup. Great, worked out in your favor. This 2-to-1 trade is not unexpected. It's just not. 15 to 33 against a Johnny Julia. Love Julia. Johnny is not it. You can avoid using him in the future and be just fine. Okay, with that being said, and the odd rallies out of the way, this is Mr. Bray, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, here with the final day of Darkseal, just to kind of show us what's been going on today. Battlefield 23, we've been really going at it with 180. 826 to 715, it's nothing to scoff at, and 151's kind of been caught in the crossfire, but they have done fairly well for themselves, considering. Let's take a look at some of the other battlefields that have been going on. Battlefield 1, 4, 8, and 10 has not been fighting as much. But it does look like 4 has gone and taken over both 8 and 10's metros. So, yeah, they're definitely going to run away with this in points here shortly. Actually, just to double check on 8 and see that 8 was taken also by Boone, because it was possible that 8 was taken by 10. You never know. Also, just to go ahead and get this out there, if you have any fighting going on in any of the other regions that you want to showcase, please let me know so that I can get that information and start viewing some of that fighting. But just doing my update here. Who ended up taking 22? 22 was taken by HNB, which means they're going to have an advantage in points. But are they going to be able to hold it? Because they are up against another strong region, and in points right now, they're doing very well. 1.1 versus 1.2. Even with 16 holding on to 22's metro, 102 is currently in the lead. Now, no one's going to come after ROK's metro. It's just not going to happen. I think it was 22. And HNB has a nice solid build right here. ROK is not involved. So I'm wondering where that's going to be for now. Let's just double check 16 real quick. See if ROK is over there. Nope. So we may just try and hold out points and see who wins versus the metro gain. Onward to the next one. Then we have Battlefield 3. 96 has taken both 121 and 5's metros. I don't think we expected too much different here. 121 is a great region. They're put up a hell of a fight, but they're just not DHX yet. They're just not. And given a little bit more time, they can probably get there. Next we have Battlefield 4 with 26 and 98, BTW and HAL, I believe. And they are neck and neck. Who ended up taking 17? HAL did, and they are currently fighting like hell to keep it. BTW's got one corner, HAL has another one. Spec is kind of just sitting here. But because they're split up, HAL can set up their metropolis however they want to. The problem with these larger alliances that have been dominating their regions is the fact that they can really only launch one rally unless they plan ahead to win Darkseal. Look at this resource trading going on over here. Resource bank? I didn't know this was still a thing. This person over here taking resources has got to be some kind of resource bank. Anyways. You've got Howe coming in from the top right corner. You have BTW coming in from the bottom right and a bit of the bottom left. So it looks like Howe to the north, BTW to the south, and because they're not fighting each other on regions, on shelters, which they probably should be, to wipe out some of these troops, because field fighting only gets you so far. Is that my boy Naruto? Did he move finally? I was wondering if he ever got out of mob, but who knows? It might be him, it might not be. Anyways, BTW, I believe, has the advantage in experience and Federation development, so they should be able to handle this, but we know Howe can put up a fight. And it looks like they're moving well as a unit for the most part. No, they're hanging back too much, pulling out troops that shouldn't be pulled, even though those are range troops on Bella, but I'll discuss that issue later. I'll go ahead and put this in the region chat as well. And all in all, BTW versus Howe is definitely one I'm going to come back to and watch, because they're going to be fighting over this area for quite a while. And as it stands right now with Howe... Oh, nope. Claim that. Never know what you're going to get. Let's see. Just to double check them on points, because this is going to change consistently. 1.2 from BTW, 1.28 versus 1.31. They are within 30,000 points of each other. And they're currently fighting in Region 17 in case anyone wants to watch it. Onward. Why did I click out of that? Onward to Battlefield 5, which 20 has been taken over, but 41 is still standing. I'll check on 20, see if they're still fighting in here. LTF did manage to take it from them. X-War was good about splitting up their power so that they could launch multiple rallies, but they are not doing that right now. I think maybe they're done for the day. Again, as I explained before, this is 1 week after Archipelago raid. I do not blame them for wanting to sit back and kind of relax for a little bit. Are they going to fight to take over Region 41 though, or are they going to hold on to? Mink currently has it, and there's no LTF presence here right now. I think Mink was worried theirs would be taken first, but they currently aren't doing anything about it. So, all in all, not a bad one to look at for later in case X-War decides to fight back. And just because I wanted to show this one off. Oh no, it wasn't that one. Who? I was swarmed. Like, I wanted to thank this person personally for handing me like 3 million points off of a swarm where I lost 20,000 troops. And that's it. Because between all 5 swarms, I got quite a few points out of it and had no business attacking me in the first place. So, thank you to that person for making this Dark Seal fun. I had a few instances where I was trying to play around with someone else's shelter to see if it would be possible to do any additional hits, and just because I want to show off my own mistakes as well, I tried starting a rally on an enemy shelter while the metro attack was going on in order to divert attention away from the metro. While that part of it worked, it prevented them from establishing field control around the metro. I don't think they would have been able to in the first place, but it did make that easier. Yeah, this was not my proudest rally against an enemy that was weaker than myself. I ended up losing this rally because my phone lagged. I was trying to play on my phone when I wasn't near my computer, and this is what happens to me every time. While the rally trade is perfectly fine, it's when you start getting to the amount of times it was swarmed that I start losing. If I hadn't been swarmed, I'd have won that rally easily. But, yeah. As you can see, the rest of this isn't as pretty. So, yeah. Pay attention to your rallies, and if you think your phone's going to have issues, don't send the rally. I do like showing off my own mistakes because I want people to know that I am not perfect. Currently still holding my position with 3 more challenges today. 27 million. Raigoro Peter wasn't going to have a chance. Bella Adut. This is mismatched myths. Yeah, this is just a mess. Your highest damaging unit was Tom Chun, simply because it survived longer than the rest of them. And Thunder Jaden still survived and had one of your weakest damage. The good team that you had probably died quickly because you had it on the front line. Just to make sure that we cover all of our mistake bases, put Catherine, put her right up front. Put her right on the front line to eat Raigoro's counter damage. Yeah, this was just a mess of a rally. Oh, a mess of a hit. Do I have anyone I can hit up here? No, that's fairly solid. I could hit you, but it's a step behind. I'll wait. Someone will hit me. Anyways, back to Darkseal. Don't think I have that one yet. No. Halfway there. Go through all of this mess. I apologize that I didn't get that Patreon video out before stream. I had a friend come over and I wanted to be a decent host. So, oh cool. No, I'm not going to claim. No, don't make me claim my own. Carbon steel. I don't want to claim my own. That just feels stupid. One moment, please. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, like I was saying, I apologize for not getting that video out before the stream. I will do a slightly shorter stream tonight so that I can get that video out explaining what I'm setting up my Patreon page permanently to do. And hopefully I can be a bit more assistance to individuals who want to take part in that. Okay, with 180. Sorry. Where are the peoples? I will start rallies so I can kill the peoples. Down here with 164 is our region. I'll head back there and see if they had a large group of them hanging out down here by this, but it looks like that is gone. I wouldn't be chasing around much of anything. Maybe 151 went back to their own region. Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff over here. Oh, what balls you got to show me? That is a solid win. Dut Thunder, good kills, good heals. I don't think it's min-maxing, but you all have heard me say things about that. Chun Lewis is solid. Why did it not get as many kills? Did you beat their formation or did you beat their team? Watch that Chun. That's why. I put my Lee Bianca over here, and that's fine. Oh, yeah, Nick. Yeah, poor formation led to easy victory there. I just want to play this again so you can see the biggest mistake they had. See if you can figure it out. Why they lost so quickly. If you haven't figured it out, look at their Catherine Calamity right now. Catherine Bella, while powerful, cannot take a hit. It can't. Having it as the 5th unit on the side there was just a death sentence. And the fact that Chun Lewis hopped out to the side instead of staying behind cover made things even worse. So while this person may have had T6 and better armaments, they lost because of poor formation. So well done, Ballsy, for handling that. I believe this is a defense for you. Handling that defense very well. Dark Seal, invade, 151, going. What? Anyways, back. I haven't seen you in so long, I thought you were gone. You still in your own alliance? Nope, you have a friend. Never mind, it's just yourself. Just waiting on the word for that so I can move in. Click. Oh, that's what I was confused about. Let's get my mass deploy set up. Should have done that first, but, you know, live and learn. 2, here, go. Alright, that one, full send this. Going down here to kill Wimby. Rallies on bigger ones. I'm killing your lookout tower. Free shield for you. Or anti-scout. Oh, cool. Thank you. I get what, 85% back in aid station from dead troops anyway? No, 90. I get 90. Hey Richard, how are you doing this evening? Oh, you may not have any troops, but I'm taking those resources from you if you don't mind. Boo. Ballsy, let's go. You can have all of them. Come on. Let me hit you. What are you gonna do? I want to be ready if he does that again. Great rally. Not a lot of damage there. Go ahead and put the troop restriction on that. $917 points. Rankings at 1200 for this person here who has a solid team. I understand the ones that are solid. I do. If you're that powerful with a solid lineup, you deserve to be up there. Oh, we're doing it. Sweet. He won't stand there for it, but... Lucifer, you are a goddamn god. Not but too bad, been working on reconfiguring armaments and working on heroes in general. Did you get the link that I sent yesterday? With the armament guide? I'm pretty sure you already have it, but... Nope, cancel. I want to be prepared to do this. He's not going to be able to shield. You don't think I'm not going to take advantage of that bullshit you just tried to pull? Goddamn right I will. I'll do it. How was that rally? Very good rally. That puts me at 120,000. I still need a bit more. This is a solid kill for me. I'll take it. Okay, what's the best skill order for Robert? Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. Let me get to your questions while I got about a minute to work with. Robert, I went with 1324 for testing purposes. However, I do believe 1234 is most consistent. The infantry squad attack, the damage absorption, dealing damage, is slightly better than the shield that you get from it, considering you do get a shield regardless. And it's not the best shield, but it does help. This only has a very small burn. Granted, it's great for if you're swarmed, but Robert shouldn't be swarmed. Hold on. He's going to try and teleport as soon as it gets close to that time so he can hold on to those troops. I need to be ready to tank that hit. Should he decide to go for it. To go. As far as Eddie, honestly, Eddie, it depends on how you use him. If you can control the fight, then I would suggest 1-3. Because if you can control infantry squads and be the one being hit, this counter damage is hard to ignore. If you plan on using him in sieges, I would go with 1-3. Crap. Sorry, I'm trying to do this hastily. 30% defense buff. The second part of this is kind of silly. Having that additional counter damage of only 15% under certain conditions, not great. The HP is solid though. Infantry squad HP of 30% on top of their already great HP. And if you plan on using him in sieges, then I would definitely say 1-3-4-2, otherwise 1-3-2-4. Okay, I made some mistake doing defense armaments for some and counter damage for others until I seen one of your videos on armaments. Counter damage is solid, especially on defense because you know they're going to be hitting you. But here, I'm gonna back off, pull out. The buffer. There you are. Get out there, please. I'm just out here to provide AoE buff support. Something that you don't have on your teams right now, it seems like. Oh, please get in there and reinforce them some more. Oh, you came in there to take troops out. Yeah, I'm not a solid choice for hitting. Nope. You're not gonna let me see it, but... Oh, that is perfect. He comes back out again, I eat him alive. Will you come back out again? didn't bring everyone out this time. Nope, he didn't this time. What do you have in there left? I was getting hit more by the lookout tower than anything. If he doesn't bring everything out. Need to save the damn thing. Focus. Let's currently save this one right here. It's like, I'll just tank it. I don't care. Let's go. I'm gonna kill your cars first. Hey Quinn, good to see you. Yeah, that's right. Run away. Go ahead and focus damage on you. Oh no. Damn. That shouldn't be a thing. Man, I just wanted to play. How many have I wounded now? That's 780. I'm just glad I'm feeling a little bit better this morning. Went ahead and took an extra dose of the steroid earlier today to try and reduce some of this inflammation. It's definitely helped. Hold on, that was a blood-curdling scream from one of my kids. I'll be right back. I have returned. Question is, do I tank that? Do I tank that again? March, mass deploy, even distribution. Why are you doing this? Give me more infantry in my damage team. But you've got some defense too. We rallying? Tom got home and I was switching, the attack ended. Let's see how those fights against Geohedo were doing. I would have eventually won that. They just don't start off well. Let's see. I'm going to that's the case, I will send this. And I will join your rally with my ranged units. And be prepared to mass send out my BS. Hey Raiden, how you doing tonight? Who's porting in? Is it a bad guy? Oh, it's Tatsuya. Let me go through this stuff. The fact that my buff team was still tanking hits. Still happy about that. Ballsy's going after Geogedo. Actually, just to make sure I'm on the safe side. Lee. I will do that. Give me just a moment. Ow! Why? Why did you make me look at this? I mean... Okay, I need everyone to picture for a moment a centaur, but backwards. Because, and you can thank Quinn on Twitch for this one. Yeah, you have to deal with that thought now. Oh, and just for giggles, the only part replaced about the human is the head, same as with a regular centaur. So it's on all fours, with the front hooves of a horse and the head of a... Why? Why? I need to find this. You know what? I'm copying this, and I'm putting it in my Discord page under... What is it? Where am I going to put that? Nonsense. There we go. I have memes for this. There. Oh, I'm sure you couldn't suffer alone. After seeing that, I'd want to get it shared around too. That's why I'm going to make my Discord channel look at it. There. Pain has been spread. Ballsy's on the way. Hold on. Now you can't move. This is where we shine. We love running rallies like this. We have specialized people for it. Ballsy's not a tier 6 player yet, and yet he has great ranged rallies. I'm not a tier 6 player yet, and I still have fairly decent infantry rallies. When shit hits the fan, we have people that can run offense from any tier and still do very well. I do want to see if I could hit you. Nice rally, Ballsy. Nice rally. Don't worry, GeoGhetto. You will get like 75, almost 80,000 of those back. How'd this one go? Much less impressive. As good as Ballsy's, but I'll take it. Hell, your ranged attack buff is at 260%. That is true. That is. Oh, it's Turd Ferguson is here. We should all be scared of Turd Ferguson. Thank you. What was the generous gift? Oh shit, he did, didn't he? He did have Marshall. Huh. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I'm sorry. I have to go hit you now. Someone's copying. Ballsy copying my speed team. It won't tell me. One more, Robert. What are the skills to upgrade to make my combat ready? It depends on what you want to use Eddie for, honestly. If you plan on using Eddie for Siege at all, having this skill is mandatory. Even if you don't go for the reduction in HP over here for awakening it, you need to have the reduction in enemy squad HP to be consistent. So if you're going to run Siege, 1, 3, and 4 are definitely going to be needed. I think you can get away with not having the extra defense and the squad size less than 30% if you're having... Oh, and if I ever do an updated video on all that with the newer heroes, I will be keeping the same music. You're going to deal with the Bluey theme song. Which I need to do that. I've been hearing rumors about new heroes dropping after the new year, and once those go down, or once I get confirmation of whether or not they're dropping, then I will make the video after those heroes come in, or if there's not going to be new ones, I'll just update the one I got. Fine. Y'all are taking too long. Mine. Y'all took too long. Yeah, but for Eddie, if you're just going to use him on the field and you can try and get use of him out of arena, you only need 1 and 3. If you're going to use him for Siege, 1, 3, and 4 need to be maxed. For Robert, it's slightly different. Honestly, the primary thing you need out of him is this one. The others are just bonuses. 20% attack isn't a game changer. The deflection, the damage deflection isn't a game changer. The added shield isn't necessary. As long as you have the 1, you'll have a shield to work with, so this will still activate. And the burn isn't necessary. It's 3,600 damage total on any amount of targets that hit you as a 20% chance of affecting. But if you know about being swarmed, unless you're a defense-minded commander, you don't handle swarms well. So this one is only necessary if you plan on using a Robert Eddie Siege combo. Otherwise, you can get away with 5-1-1-1 on Robert and be just fine. This is very nice to have consistently. The rest of it, not necessary. But yes, I do need to update that video for Julia, Jacob, Eddie, Robert, Bianca, and Victor, and I think who? Oh no. I'm being hit. Okay. Minus 200,000 troops. You should have stuck with it. You were doing well there. I'm only going to get good trades at the very beginning of that, and you're going to overtake me eventually. Never mind. He pulled away before he got any of his skill damage off, really. Ooh. I can't give you more infantry. I can't do it. Oh, I completely understand. I've honestly really enjoyed Robert for what he does for my offensive capabilities. I do feel Eddie would have been better, but Robert had too many questions going for him when he first came out on how good he was going to be. Because these three skills were weird when they first came out. We didn't know how the shield was going to work. We didn't understand how the deflection was going to factor into things. And another burn effect outside of Hank felt weird, especially when his awakened skill is off of burn damage. So I wanted to test how the shield functioned and threw all my fragments in him, despite, knowing that Eddie was better. I want to bet money. Peary pops up here. Oh, nope, Notorious is going to say no. Thanks, Notorious. Okay, we're... Kill Mama Baby Daddy's like, nope, you're not rallying me without good... Okay, we're gonna watch this happen in real time. Of someone not set up their garrison, rally with a team they shouldn't have been rallying with. Bye. And he's still gonna make it home in time to have dinner before the rally hits him. Before the rally even hits H. This is a good rally. Claim. Still trying to get 1.2. Adut is not a garrison commander, people. It's not. I know you want the damage. That fourth skill does not work on garrisons. If they're remaining while battling on the world map. She might get this infantry defense bonus when it drops below 50%, but she doesn't have the offense for the first half of the match. And it looks like the defense didn't kick in because I'm dealing more damage now. If you're going to put Eddie with Thunder in the arena, put him in a place where you can guarantee he's going to get hit. It works better in offensive positions. Here, I'll show you mine. Sorry, Lestat. I currently have Eddie with Raigoro for that sweet counter damage. Just one moment.
Just saying weird words.
Yes, that's because you're listening to it in Spanish.
Oh.
Can you read any of that?
No.
Because it's in a different language. Pick a different video. But yeah, if you're going to use Eddie, put him... Eddie works best out in the open here in offenses, specifically because you can control how many people are hitting him and get that counter damage to work for you. Just got to be careful on defense because as soon as they see Eddie, they're going to try to avoid him. I actually had a loss against someone who was of equal power to me because of how they set up. And here, I'll go ahead and show that one off. think it was... No, it wasn't you. Yeah, here it was. Yeah, see how Raigoro Eddie was the only March left? They only put a 1v1 versus him, and he's not going to really lose a 1v1. But he also doesn't have enough troops left at the end of it to really deal any damage. For the time being, yeah. I'm still very much infantry focused, and as much as while Martin isn't great, I was wanting to test out how efficiently I could use this defense buff on Thunder. So that was my primary reason for that. If I got Thunder to activate that defense buff consistently, not a bad rally there with... Could have been better, but... Just go back into it. Alex, because that 40% infantry defense buff is still really nice to have, especially since it affects all of my squads. And I put him with Tom for the simple fact this makes a very solid buff unit, reducing target damage, reduces damage taken by me and nearby allies by 15% for 3 seconds on top of this nice infantry squad buff, and recovering 60 rage. I have no reason to take Alex out of my team yet. I'm using all infantry. If I can get Alex to hit even 3 or 4 of them, that's a defense buff I can't ignore. Yeah, feel free to show me, Richard. That was cool. Ooh. Let's see. 33 versus 32. Yeah, you've definitely got more power than me. Checking stats real quick. Infantry, you do have ranged, solid enough ranged buffs to handle it. And ranged defense, HP, not bad. So yeah, you can use ranged units. I can't. Thunder Eddie, Raigoro Bianca, I've been loving that one on the field right now. People know my Raigoro and not to really hit it, and because of that I can hide Bianca very effectively behind him. Robert Adut doing that much damage is completely anticipated. Let's see. You were up against Jaden Nakano. Raigoro Tom solid. Robert Eddie's solid. So other than this one, you were up against a solid team. They had Lee, but no one else buffing or debuffing. You had Lee and Bianca. You put Tom out there. I would avoid Tom Martin as a main tank like that, simply because he's great at like 1v1 and then buffing the area around him, but he's not the greatest at anything more than that. His heal isn't great enough, his damage isn't great enough, so I used Tom Martin as an off tank, as the one leading the... Yeah, of course, well, you plan on that unit to be your first to go. The point is they need to survive as long as they can. This one worked for you, don't get me wrong. I do think Thunder Eddie would have been a better choice there. Thunder Eddie would have had the counter damage, the healing, the AoE debuff to attack to last longer. And you could have put Tom in Thunder's position in order to still tank that hit from whoever whoever you were leading him against. Plus, that puts Tom's reduction in damage in good range. Just personal preferences there. There's not a lot. It still works for you. You still had so much of your team left. It was a complete wipe from the other side. So, you were fine there. I do want to look at this real quick. Let me check this one more time on high speed. Watch where this Lee... Since you're using Lee as a damaging unit, you want to have Lee in a different position. In this case, actually, you could probably put him where Thunder was and get away with it just fine. Because he's taking AoE damage he shouldn't be taking. Because Lee Lewis should do a lot more damage than this. Anyways, back to this. Let's go see how that one region was doing and if they're still fighting. We've had a little bit of fighting of our own. Nope, Hao is holding it. Ha! Look at him. Hao at 9.7 versus BTW at 11.5. And Hao got it first. I can go ahead and say that defense on a Metropolis is broken. It takes a lot to overcome that. That being said, BTW not taking it back from Hao is substantial. That's important. Okay. Did that rally cancel? No, he just killed it that quickly. Nope. Well, this got me... Oh, I meant to look at this earlier. I feel like I let you down here, Lestat. I feel like I let you down there. One, you're hitting alliance mates in Festive Arena. Like, please? No. But anyone even the power with me should be able to beat me with a good team. Like, I'm not that good. Like Jamolo was bringing up, I'm still using Alex and Morton. Most people have left those two behind by now, but because of how I play, I have to continue using them. I don't really have better options. Maybe in a couple more top commanders, they'll release the new heroes and they'll be infantry. Two. Good troops go to heaven, bad troops go to pain. I love this alliance. This is none of our biggest hitters. This is none of them. Z's not here. Free Lolo's not here. It's fun when we can do this without our heaviest hitters. Like, yes, Ballsy has 103, but he's just under T6. Notorious was... Notorious is here, but wasn't really running the show, so to speak. Z, Kev wasn't here, Free Lola not there, Nagan not there. Where's the salute? I need the salute. Damn it. There's no salute in this one. Okay. While I'm gonna hop around to other regions and see if there's any fighting going on. If you all have any fighting in your regions you'd want to showcase, please let me know. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bounce around, and I'll wait on those chats to produce something. Now, I don't think that one's going to have anything for us. I am curious about this one, because it would be in 102's best interest to take this from HMB. But they're not. And just where are they fighting if they're not fighting there? Definitely not there. And where's ROK's hive? Haven't even seen their Antpede thing yet. So weird. I don't use the space. Anyways, I'm getting caught up in stupid things. Onwards. I'm curious if 96 is going to try and take 121's Metro as well. Yep, they did. They had to have just done it. Because I'm pretty sure that wasn't gray when I looked at it. It is now. Okay, there's still some fighting. So there's definitely some fighting going on here. Where are they fighting though? Is it M41? Remember the region numbers, Mr. Brain, that way you don't have to keep clicking like this. 20 and 120. I remember you. Marshall D. Teach. And 120 for good measure. My dumbass brain was about to say, hey, look, LTF is here too. Because of course they are. It's their home region. I love seeing this defensive pattern. When you need to be able to bounce around the entire damn place quickly, having shelters in place doesn't do you any good. Because if they're not bubbled, then you can't safely keep them there, or else they'll get rallied. And if they are bubbled, their troops are useless because they can't be used on offense. However, if you have these towers set up like this, then you can easily bounce between towers safely from one end of the map to the one end of this whole thing to the other, without worrying about taking too much damage. So if you've got a group in one corner and you need to get around them, I can guarantee you can bounce between these towers faster than they can get to it. If anything, keep them moving so that other people can get in. It's a wonderful strategy. I love it. Let's see. Is there anything else that I can do here? I'm going to scout you really quick. You're the president right now. And you are the scavenger. Where are you going? Not much going on out here, is there? Nah, I prefer Allstate. I want to be in good hands. Who's bouncing through me? Who's in here? Do I need to kick you out? What's going on? Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything else for me to do tonight. There's a couple of problems I could cause, I guess, but that's about it. As much as I would love to rally this person and see if I could do any good against them, because I've got better equipment, but usually people in the 150s have better armaments. I would be interested, but I don't think I'd win. What? Where are you going? Oh. Nope, I'm not an asshole. Anyways, I'll play with you if you're actually playing with us, but no, you weren't. Anyways, it's been an hour and a half. I said I was going to make this one short in order to try and get that video out about my Patreon page. So I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. If you all are interested in what that Patreon has to offer, I will drop the links for everything about that in that video. I won't spoil too much here because, to be frank, it's a lot, and I'm a little bit anxious about doing this kind of thing in the first place. Because despite my ability to talk to you all here, I have severe social anxiety. But hopefully this will help, and I'll be able to help people a little bit more in depth with how they want their account to go in the future, instead of just giving pointers on arena setups and stuff like that. So with that, I think I'm going to leave you all for the night here and work on that video. If you all have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments at my in-game. These are always the easiest for me to answer, to be perfectly honest, because you can share everything about what you want to share in-game. And also, I have my Discord page. I will go ahead and drop that again. So, if you're not already a part of my Discord page, I do keep some very nice spreadsheets and helpful information there, as well as it's going to be where I do my account modification, like in-person ones. So hopefully we can get that up and running. I've had I will say the main reason I'm doing this is because I've had people ask me for more in-depth analysis, and I've had my own alliance mates tell me that I need to be charging for it. So bear with me on it. Hopefully it's worthwhile, and if you're interested, feel free to reach out. With that, thank you all for joining me tonight. This is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off.